Hi, what is up, society? It is your favorite media influencer and Sovereign Koi, and welcome back to another ADHD Me video. I know you read that title, so you're ready to get into it, but you already know before we do, I must ask you if you enjoyed this video. Make sure to comment down below the next thing that I should give a go, and you just might see it in the next one. But without further ado, let's just get right into this video. I'm not gonna lie, baby, I'm nervous. Every single time, listen, I avoid Facebook like the plague because every single time I go on there, it's some mess. It's some mess. It's some bullshit. Okay. And it used to be every single time I go on Facebook, I swear to God, every single time I used to go on Facebook, every girl from my high school used to be pregnant. A new girl would be pregnant every single time I would go on Facebook. So, baby, I am nervous, but we're going to get into it. Okay. Okay. Y'all go get y'all auntie. She needs some help. What the hell is happening? Is she just sleeping on somebody's front porch? Chill. We already off to a bad start. Why is she just sleeping on your front? Like, what is this? Patio, front, sidewalk, pathway? Oh no. Child. Who know her? Why is she on the ground? No, I'm really concerned. For real, though. Yo, my little sister, help. Well, she is a part of me. Stop. This is really, this is sad as fuck. Why is she on the ground? What in the fuck is why is she like that? We just gonna go ahead and scroll past that. Rent alone is $28.50 and y'all still screaming it's a man's job to provide. Girl, shut the fuck up and help that man with your selfish ass. No. No. Okay, a man being rich is like a girl being pretty. Okay? If you ain't pretty, then a nigga don't want you. And if you ain't rich, then a woman don't want you. Like, y'all bugging. I don't understand like why men think that women should be helping them take care of themselves. You was paying that rent just fine before I got here. You don't need me to help you now. Child, you see what I'm talking about? You see what I'm talking about? I think I went to school with him. And now he having a baby. Every single time somebody is pregnant. And somebody is pregnant. But I need to go back up to this really quick. Men, stop asking women to help y'all take care of yourselves. Stop asking us to help y'all pay bills. You're a man in a patriarchy. There ain't no freaking reason why you should be asking the woman for help. You are a man in a patriarchy. Fuck you got going on. No. And I have no problem saying I want a rich man. You're not rich, then I don't want anything to do with you. Basically what I'm going to say is I'm not going to date a man that I wouldn't want my future self to look at me dating. Okay, future me is going to be wealthy, so I'm going to have a wealthy husband. I'm not about to date a man whose lifestyle I don't want. You're not going to see me doing that. Point blank fucking period. If I'm going to have to be doing struggle love, or you're going to be having a regular 9 to 5, or I'm going to have to keep helping you with this bill and that bill, and you can't buy me what I want, we can't book a trip and go here and go there, we can't go to this restaurant, I got a budget and shit like that. I'm not about to date a man whose lifestyle does not match the lifestyle that I want. It is what it is. But for the girly pops who like that, the girly pops who can deal with that, kudos to you. But personally, I'm not doing that. I'm just not. Like, I grew up with like a dad, despite his ass not being really around like that when he was. I grew up with a dad who would give me his last $20. You know what I'm saying? Monetary value. That's really all he could give. But at the end of the day, it taught me a man is supposed to be a provider. I'm sorry, baby. No. And I say it all the time, too. I say it all the time. I think that it's something in the serum of having a bald-headed daddy. Because my daddy is bald-headed, and I don't take no mess. And any girl I've ever met whose daddy is bald-headed, we don't put up with nothing. Nothing at all. I don't know what it is. It has to be something in that bald-headed sauce, that bald-headed serum. Because, baby, absolutely not. You're going to be a provider, or why do I even need you in my life? If I'm going to be struggling with you the same way I would if I was struggling by myself, why would I be dating you in the first place? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm sorry, babe. I'm sorry. So the only thing I will say is that men, if you want a woman who's like that, who has no problem working a regular 9 to 5 and helping you pay bills and XYZ, you go ahead and do that. But do not get upset about the women who want a man who is wealthy, a man who is well off, a man who is established. You're gonna have to match the lifestyle that I want. And don't worry, I'm gonna make sure I'm up there my damn self. But if you don't have the lifestyle that I want, then I don't want you. And it is what it is. But men be getting mad at that. Child, any fucking way.
So the word on the street is they fired this lady after she set up the breakfast bar, and then she did this.
Oh my God.
Couple things I want to say.
Honestly, baby, she valid. She is valid in that. She is absolutely valid. Like, I hate jobs who do that. If you gonna fire me, don't make me come up in this bitch just for you to fire me. You could have sent the email, bitch. You could have called. You don't have to have me come in here. Well, I've never been fired, but you don't have to have me come in here. Not even work my full shift. That I've heard plenty of stories where they have to come in, you work like half your shift and then they fire you. Either don't let me come in here at all, or let me come in here and at least finish my shift before you fire me. That don't make no sense. Like, oh, okay, well, you don't want to pay me no more money, then why make me come in here in the first place? This will get you cussed out or this. Like, I love how y'all waited for her to set up that entire thing. And I don't even know how much that breakfast bar was or how much shit she put out. But I bet it probably took her 30 minutes to an hour to set all that stuff up. I just love how y'all just made her do all that work, do that part of the job, but then fire her. You some snarky ass motherfuckers, and she deserved to put all that shit on the ground. Fuck all you bitches. I'm not playing with none of y'all. She's valid. Power bottoms! Look at my top right corner, take Jude. There's Jen. There's Lewa in the bottom left. Oh my God. My moon in the bottom right. Oh my gosh. Oh, and then is that Tayu right there in the middle left? I think so. I think that's Tayu. Doing the top left. I'm sorry, y'all. I did not like that bottom. Y'all gonna have to go ahead and fight me in the comments. If that's Tayu right there, y'all, I don't like passion. I don't like it. I'm sorry. It's barely. When I say barely, it's barely a BL, bitch. Tayu don't want him, and Elay don't even know why he want him. Right? So it's just like, he didn't want Tayu, didn't want the other dude either. He didn't want one of them. Elay and Tayu are not a couple. So I don't know how y'all ship them personally, because they're not a couple. Like, genuinely, they don't mesh like that. Tayu wants absolutely nothing to do with Elay. So I don't know how y'all ship them for real. Genuinely, he doesn't want to be a bottom. That's number one. He doesn't want to be a bottom for one. He's starting to have conflicting feelings, but he doesn't want to be a bottom for one. And they don't have a relationship for two. So I don't know how at this stage of the story, how y'all can ship them. So yeah, I don't like them as a couple very much, or I don't want to ship them as a couple at all, because it's just like they're not one. Tayu was trying to run from Elay, and Elay doesn't even know why he's obsessed with Tayu. So, I don't know.
Y'all remember the story I told of the little child that got lost in the zoo, right? When I told that story on Dudes Behind the Foods, I was like, yeah, a little white boy. We came across this little boy, this little adorable little white boy. Multiple comments. Why you say white like that? Is that racist? Multiple white people.
Ah! Baby! White people, can y'all stop trying to be oppressed so bad? Like, can y'all please stop? We're exhausted. The fatigue we feel, the exhaustion we feel is unmatched. It's indescribable. It's off the charts. You're not oppressed. You can't be oppressed. I can't. I literally can't. It is just the most wildest, blasphemous thought to me that the most historically violent group on the planet is trying to tell other people how not to be violent. Make it make sense to yourself, and then try to make it make sense to me. Like, the way that y'all be trying to find ways to victimize yourselves while simultaneously trying to call Black people or other races people victims when they go through real, actual hate crimes is blasphemous. And you will not be getting no sympathies from me. You won't even get my pity. like, is this racist? Please.
Offended at me saying white with an extra hua. And I'm like, what? I was so confused, bro. I'm talking about multiple comments of why you saying it like that. Oh, very anti-white way you say. I was like,
anti-white? Anti-white. See, this is why my black ass can stay off Facebook, okay? And I know that there's clowns in every single circus, okay? On every app, on every platform, there's a clown. But it's just like, Facebook be having extra clowns. It'd be like clowns with a side of extra clown sauce. I don't know. But yes, y'all need to stop. Y'all need to stop, bro. Genuinely.
What am I missing here? Because, someone literally said, and what if I said Asian? I'm like, I wouldn't care.
Right! Because y'all want to be oppressed so bad when you're the oppressor. Stop doing that shit. You sound dumb as hell. Why'd you say white like that? Y'all be the same motherfuckers. Y'all literally be the same motherfuckers going out of y'all way to tell people that, slavery was X many years ago. Tulsa was this many years ago. The last surviving member of Tulsa still is alive and cooking, waiting for her reparations. Y'all just raised, what was it, $700,000 for a white lady who just called a little black boy the N-word at the park. Please go lay. Please go lay.
Let me go. I got let in this house. This home invasion, I'm asking. No, I got let in this house. Oh, we ain't about to go there, nigga. My house. They said if you got anything in here, it's my house. Nigga, I got a whole of shit in here. You don't got nothing in here. Yes, I do. You don't have nothing in my house. Yes, I do.
Child, what is happening?
My shoes, my shit.
Oh my God.
My kid. That's her kid. It was my time with him. My chair, my sheets, my fucking toys. All my shit. Ain't no toys here.
I don't even know what to say to this. She got a handful of dreads.
Talk about that stuff. Take this stuff, animal. No, I'm saying that's what I'm gonna tell police when I say that I have to leave. I don't care. You did it to me. 4870 Duncan Court. That nigga did it to me. Look at this shit. Look at you talking about. Trying to be your daddy. You're still not trying to be shit. You wasn't. You never got my shit until you got your boys.
Baby, I don't know how women put up with this type of stuff. Have babies with men like this. I don't know. I don't know what she's like. Okay, I don't know who she is. But I don't want to say very rarely are women crazy, but very rarely are women crazy. He looking like, I ain't doing nothing. Look at her. Having family members, male family members who do that a lot, who poke and know that they're the ones causing a response and then reacting to the response that the person is giving them to their action. When the cameras are rolling or when there's witnesses around, then they try to throw their hands up and try to act like they don't know why they're acting like this, knowing that you have been doing things that has been provoking this type of response. And then when the lady finally crashed out, now all of a sudden it's woe is me. Knowing that there's men like that in the world, men that are in my own personal family who act like that, I don't know. I don't know. I'm just saying, rarely is the woman crazy. Okay? Anyways. How do some men grow with single mothers and still lack respect for women? Because they held their dad on a pedestal because their mom was around all the time. Every mistake that she ever made, anytime that she disciplined him, he always put his non-existent, absent ass daddy on a pedestal because they thought that they were perfect. When in all actuality, as a kid, I can get that. Because as a kid, you want to idolize your parents or whatever, right? But when you grow up, you got to come to your fucking senses. Your mother was there for you. Your father was not. Where was he? During all those times, your graduations, your birthday parties, hanging out with your friends, doing little special moments for you. Where was he? When you become an adult, all that immature ass shit goes out the window. I have no sympathies for you now. Because why aren't you taking accountability for the fact that your dad was not there for you? Also, something my brother had told my mom, because my mom was a single mother to all of us. Give or take a little bit with me and my younger sister. But when my oldest brother's dad, he wasn't there. And my brother told my mom that basically she wasn't enough. That's another thing. He didn't disrespect my mama, but like he would say to her, you did X, Y, Z. Because my mom, literally, she was the mom who was involved. Okay? I'm talking about giving us spa days. She used to spend 2, 3, 4 hours explaining us not to be teen parents, how to be responsible, all that type of stuff, right? My mom was always on that type of stuff. But my brother used to tell her that it's not enough. That's another thing too, that these boys, they need their fathers, first of all. They need a male figure. I'm not gonna say fathers. They need a male figure in their life that they can look up to, that can teach them how to be a man. Otherwise, they're gonna go out searching for it. So that's another thing. But the main thing is that because these boys, first of all, always have that one parent around to see their mistakes so they can idolize the other one. They also are looking for themselves in other men or whatever, and they can't find that in their mothers. At the end of the day, no matter how good of a mother that you are, you cannot replace the masculine figure in their life and a male who can relate to them biologically, who can teach them the world and help them understand themselves. No matter how good of a mother you are, even if your child is respectful, even if they are commendable, even if they are a good kid, at the end of the day, they still need that type of identity, like connection, in order for them to feel fulfilled. You know what I'm saying? So there's only so much you can do as a mom, but that does not equate to disrespect. I want to make sure that I'm making that clear. But another thing is that just moms just cannot just be enough sometimes for their kids. And so these boys go out of their way thinking how they think their fathers would act. That's another thing, because they think that that's how a man is supposed to do it. But on top of all of that, it all falls underneath one big ass umbrella. There's no man there to check their behavior. That's the main, all that other small shit of your dad not being there and you idolizing him and not having anything to compare and contrast when it comes down to that parent and seeing their flaws. It all falls under this one big ass umbrella of not having a male figure in your life to tell you fuck no. I've noticed this heavily with males, but like I think it's a thing with girls too, that we kind of do our little rite of passage. Like, you know, when you become a teenager, you become a little bit more snappy. You know, you're going through puberty. So, you know, stuff like that. You get into it with your parents. But with boys especially, I've noticed that they have like this weird assert their dominance phase or era when they're growing up. And when it comes down to like their fathers, if a father, grandfather, uncle, even an older brother, big cousin, a male therapist, some type of male dominant figure that's in their life would be able to tell them, no, bro, this is not cool. No, they'll be able to assert their dominance, let them know you are a kid. You're going to learn as a kid. Okay, a lot of these boys, like they have like that, I don't want to say instinctual or inherent, but it's kind of like how can I explain it? It's like, because they think I'm a boy, I could probably beat up my mom. They're probably not thinking of that consciously, but unconsciously, they're probably thinking that they have power over their mom, especially if they're in sports or whatever, that they feel like they can challenge her and win. Does that make sense? But if there's another male there to assert their dominance over them, it will keep the young boy in his place. You know what I'm saying? Like they get a little bit more comfortable challenging their mothers. They think that they can just kind of go after her because she won't fight them back. Either one, because they're just her child, or because she's just not strong enough, or whatever, right? It's kind of like that type of thing. Like it's not spoken and it's unconscious more than likely, but they have that thought process of like, internally, I'm stronger than her. She's not going to fight me. I can do X, Y, Z. And there's only so much that she can do about it. You know what I'm saying? But like if their dad or their granddad is there, they wouldn't try that shit. They'll challenge him. Trust me, they're going to challenge him. But having that male figure there, they will put that nigga in his place. And that's with any race. It doesn't involve just black people, that's Asian people, white people, that's any race of people. When there's another dominant male figure there, when that boy goes through that challenging phase, which I've noticed is a phase in all boys, at least the boys I've come across, goes through that challenging phase, they'll have that superior to combat that. Not only to combat his behavior, but also teach him how to properly respect the woman in his household. I don't know if y'all ever seen it, but there was a trend on TikTok, and I think it was on Instagram too, where basically a mom and a son was like doing like a prank, where like the mom would try to like reprimand him about something, and then the son would be like, shut up or something like that. And like the dads will react, right? And the dads will react like immediately. And they're like, oh, it's a prank, it's a prank, it's a prank, right? Those type of situations where, because it happens in real life, those type of situations where a son would be disrespecting his mother, right? When the male is absent, they're not there to immediately address that behavior. Because as a mom, you don't want to put your hands on your child. The father doesn't want to put their hands on their child either, but they will. They will. You will get fucked up in here. Okay? And those type of scenarios are so important for a young man's development, because if they do not have somebody there to correct their behavior who they respect or fear a little bit, then they will not see a reason to correct it. Because what most moms usually do, they either get another male figure involved, or they send the child off somewhere, or they just tell them, oh, when you're older, I'm kicking you out of my house. And that's not really addressing the behaviors. And then, of course, there's the sideline things of like maybe their mom wasn't the best mother. She was either neglectful or abusive, or I don't know, she just didn't respect herself. That's another thing. When there's a single mother, you'll see this a lot, which not all single mothers, obviously, but like with some single mothers, you'll see them like dibble and dabble in dating, or they don't date at all, or one thing that I've seen a lot is that a lot of single moms will let men disrespect them, and their sons will look at that and be like, is that how I'm supposed to behave? Is that how I'm supposed to treat women? Because a lot of moms out there, a lot of single mothers will do anything to keep a man. And if he's seeing through all her boyfriends that she's had or whatever, that she's not respecting herself, then he won't respect you either. But I guess another one to throw out there is that also when they don't have a respectable, like honorable male figure in their life, they seek out that type of stuff through their peers or through just strangers that they really don't know, and watching their relationships and seeing how they interact with women, or even from movies and stuff like that, to try to learn the proper behaviors, which ends up developing into these bad ways and bad habits. There's a lot to really unpack with this particular topic. I just really touched base on a few of them, and y'all can drop down the ones that I missed down below. But yeah, it's extensive reason. This is not just like a one answer question, I guess you could say. It's because it should be that you want to respect women more, because you know what it's like to be around a single woman, like, your entire life. But it's oftentimes vice versa, because of the fact of all those other outliers that I mentioned. And of course, y'all can drop your stuff down in the comment section. But yeah, that's kind of a few things that I've noticed.
Tonight we are making...
People gonna get mad at me, and I really don't give a fuck, but I went viral for this on TikTok. When you have more than 4 children, you're a neglectful parent. And you're not very involved. I don't care what nobody has to say about shit. There's no way that 2 human beings can properly and equally manage 8 other human beings without some type of extra help. Either you're not paying attention to the children that you already have, or your older children are helping you raise your younger ones. But I think it's neglectful. And for people who be like, oh, well, if you got the money is the bare fucking minimum. It's the bare minimum to taking care of a child. Do you know who is around them? Do you know what their favorite subject in school is? Do you know what they're allergic to? Do you know what their favorite colors are? Do you know how they like to spend time with you? Do you know if they're being abused? If they're having bad relationships with their siblings? Do you know if their speech is good? If they're able to communicate properly? How they feel in the day-to-day? What's their favorite shows? Are you properly paying attention to their cognitive abilities? Are their communications good? Are their social skills good? Y'all probably don't know half of the shit that I just mentioned. I remember watching that video, which it's crazy because it was mostly moms. But I remember watching that video where it was those parents, they would stop on the street and they were asking mostly dads, oh, what's your kid's favorite color? Oh, what's their favorite sport? Oh, what's their best friend's name? Oh, what's the name of their favorite teacher? And the dads couldn't answer it, but some of the moms couldn't either. And when I was seeing it, it was like usually the groups that was having the problems usually had at least 3 or 4 kids with them. Some more than that. It's because you cannot keep up with all those people. And so if you were really caring and really involved with your kids, you wouldn't be having no fucking 8. I'm not trying to say that everybody is a bad person or anything like that, but it is truly neglectful to me. Because there's no reason for you to have that many kids. Genuinely, it's not. And if you are actually adequately spreading yourself across all your kids equally, you will see how exhausting it is just to manage 2, let alone 8. So people can argue in the comments all they want to. Baby, it's neglectful. And I don't agree with it. And I don't think that it's fucking cute. And this is coming from a person who had 3 other siblings who was raised by mostly a single mom. And my mother was very attentive. She stretched herself thin And there were still things that she missed in our lives. There were still things that she couldn't be there for. There were still things that she missed. Things that in our adulthood we mentioned to her. She was like, oh my God, I never knew that. Oh my God, if I would have known that was going on, that I would have done something. I would have said something. I would have, got involved. But you can only do so much when it's just one of you. And my mom was giving us spa days. She used to write us little notes and leave us little treats and stuff. My mom used to have hour-long conversation, hours long of not being teen moms and taking care of yourself and having a relationship with God and all that stuff. Our mom used to do little stuff where she used to put together a little, I remember she did it a little dinner thing where she recreated the dinner in, what's that movie called, Beetlejuice. She had literally recreated that with her and my sister dressed up, and we had the little meals, and my mama tried to do all this stuff. My mom was very attentive. This is coming from a child whose mother was involved, and she still wasn't able to stretch herself that fucking thin to see enough or even everything. Because when you actually are in your children's lives, when you're attentive, when you pay attention, when you have patience, when you spend individual time with them, you will realize how much it takes to manage that many people. So I already know when you are going past 4, which there are studies out there saying that after the third or fourth child, any child after that is going to be neglected. It's because y'all cannot properly manage that many children. It is just too difficult. It's not that you don't care. It's just you don't have the bandwidth. You do not have the time. There's only so many hours in the day. And when all your kids are in sports or in extracurriculars, you're going to miss it. There's going to be somebody that you're going to miss. It's going to be somebody that you're going to forget about. And then for them other parents, they be pushing off the parental responsibility on their older children, the more children that they have. And this is coming from a parentified kid. Despite my mother being involved, despite my mother being attentive, I was still a second mom to my youngest sister. So when y'all having multiple kids, the shit is not fucking cute and it's not funny. It's just not. It's neglectful, it's wasteful, and at the end of the day, y'all all just irresponsible adults with a breeding kink. At the end of the day, argue with your fucking mama about it. Scroll past this bullshit. Moving on. Oh! Bitch, this is Montgomery Brawl all over again. What month is it? July. Baby, it's the Montgomery Brawl all over again. Oh my God. Why didn't you stop when he whacked you the first time with the chair? Why'd you keep going after he already whack-a-moed your head? And you wait for him to knock you out for you to stop. Child. Silent like. I have a kink watching them with other girls. Oh!
And I get this bitch. What?
Not you being a cuck. Isn't that what that's called? A cuck? Somebody who likes to watch other people? Girl, I mean, I'm pretty sure a man would love that. Yeah, I'm pretty sure most men will be perfectly happy with that. They already want threesome so they can see 2 women together. Why wouldn't they want you to? Why wouldn't a man want you to let him cheat? Girl, you was every man's dream. Come on now. But all right, society, that is it for this freaking video. I hope that you guys enjoyed. Make sure to like, comment, and share. And if you're new, hi, go ahead and subscribe, baby. You know that you love me. Okay, you already made it to the end, so go ahead and hit that freaking button. And for all my lovely society members, please make sure to have your post notifications on so you're notified every single time I post. I love you guys very, very much, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.